Livingstone v. Ministry of Defense is a leading authority on the doctrine of transferred intent in tort law, particularly for the tort of battery. It clarifies that the intention required for an intentional tort is not necessarily the intention to harm the specific claimant, but the intention to commit the unlawful act of battery. The case ensures that those who commit intentional, unlawful acts are held liable for the direct consequences of those acts, even if those consequences affect an unintended person. It remains a key case for understanding the scope of intention in trespass to the person. Hello and welcome to Landmark Case Laws Simplified. Buckle up as we explore the fascinating world of Livingstone versus Ministry of Defense together. This case arose during civil unrest in Northern Ireland. A soldier was part of a military operation tasked with controlling a riot and was given orders to target specific rioters. The soldier fired a baton round, a type of large rubber or plastic bullet, at a rioter but missed his intended target. The projectile struck and injured the claimant, Livingstone, who was an innocent bystander and not involved in the rioting. Livingstone brought a claim against the Ministry of Defense, as the soldier's employer, seeking damages for his injuries. The claim was framed as battery, an intentional tort. The Ministry of Defense argued that the soldier had not intended to hit the claimant, only the rioter, and therefore there was no direct intention to commit a battery against Livingstone. The central legal question was whether the soldier could be liable for battery despite lacking a specific intention to injure the particular claimant. The Northern Ireland Court of Appeal held that the soldier had intentionally applied force to the claimant. In doing so, the court applied and confirmed the doctrine of transferred intent in the context of the tort of battery. The key principle established is that if a defendant intends to commit a battery against one person but misses and accidentally strikes another, their intention is transferred from the intended victim to the actual victim. The defendant is deemed in law to have intended the contact with the person actually struck. Therefore, the defendant is liable for battery to the unintended victim, even though the contact with that person was not their original target. This principle closes a potential loophole where a defendant could escape liability for an intentional tort merely because their aim was poor. As the facts state, the soldier intended to apply unlawful force to someone, the rioter, and that unlawful force was directly applied to the claimant. The law transfers the wrongful intent to the resulting contact, making the act a battery against the claimant. Thanks for watching.